Alright guys and girls, welcome to another episode of Astral Auto Repairs. Can you dig it? Alright, check it out. Behind me, I got a 2006 Honda Odyssey. Customers complain it does not start. Cranks, but does not start. So we're going to go ahead and sit here and try to figure out what the heck is going on. The customer was driving down the road and all of a sudden it just shut off. Just to let you know that also as well. Alright, coming up on Astral Auto Repairs. This channel is a member of the Astral Stars, which means we have a zero-tolerance policy against the harassment of others. Anybody who violates that policy will be banned. For further information, please visit www.theastralstars.com. Alright guys, here we go. First thing to do, let's verify the complaint. We're going to crank this over and see what it sounds like. Okay, sounded like I had some compression. It was like, I heard that pause.
Wait, how did that go?
Don't worry about it. It went. All right, so guys, in the engine, you gotta go back to you gotta go to the basics. You gotta check for fuel, spark, and a lot of cars when fuel injected, injector post. So let's get this cover off and get us some testers. We'll be right back. All right, guys, I got me a flat screwdriver. What I'm gonna do here is turn these two screws right here, they're plastic clips, counterclockwise or clockwise 90 degrees. Both of them. I'm going to pop this cover off. And the next thing we're going to do here is hook up us a spark tester. And these are spark testers you get them from Harbor Freight or anywhere you want. And what happens is you put them between the coil or the ignition wire, and then the other end goes to the spark plug, and have somebody crank the engine, and that in there, that's a big light. That light should start flashing. So what we're going to do is, let's go over here to the first coil, since it looks like it's easy to get to. Looks like we got there's supposed to be a tab here, like these right here, and that one looks like it's broken too. But you're supposed to squeeze the tab in, and then unplug it. Alright, now to unbolt these coils, where's my set at? Let me see, this is a 6mm. Okay, a 6mm hex socket. And I got my 6mm hex socket, 3/8 drive, and I got my 1/4" drive ratchet, and I got a reducer, 3/8 down to 1/4 inch. Put that up there. And let's get that bolt out right there. They're holding in the coil. Alright, be right back. Alright guys, we got our screw out right here. I'm going to set this right up on the intake. Then we're going to twist our coil. Pull that out. Okay. Now, we're going to take this end and stick it down where the spark plug is. Now you don't have to try to get it push it onto the spark plug. Just enough so it's touching. Now this end right here, now, first of all, we're going to have to plug our coil back up and stick this end into the coil, just like that. Try to prop it up somewhere. Whoops, dang it. And can't move down from the spark plug. Alright, try to prop it up some kind of way. You know what about if I
hold it?
Alright, now I'm going to hold this right here. You're going to give me the camera. I need you to turn the engine over. Alright, so we're just going to turn the engine over, and we're looking for that, like a light, like flashing. Yep. Okay, good. Alright, so we know we got spark. The next thing I want to do is I'm gonna get my fuel pressure gauge and all. And over here is the fuel line going into the fuel rail. So this thing is like a little plug. You can pop that out. And we're gonna disconnect this right here. We're gonna squeeze these two pins together and unplug this. So we can, matter of fact, let's get a rag over here because we're gonna be probably losing some fuel. And what I'm doing is squeezing these two tabs right here together. Just like that. And then unplug that line. Whoops. Can't unplug it because see, you got a little clip over the line is clipped into here. So we need to get that out of there. And then, whew, there it is. Not a lot of gas came out of there at all. Alright, now I'm going to get my fuel pressure tester and some adapters. And we're going to check fuel pressure. Be right back. Alright guys, got my fuel pressure gauge hooked up. And I'm supposed to have a clip that go in here to stop this line from coming out of here. But I do not have it. And you notice this little tool is going fitting between that line. So what I'm going to do is hold this together. And I'm going to have Sylvia put the key in the on position. And we're going to watch the gauge. Alright, put the key in the on position. Oh yeah. 60 PSI going down to 50. It's dropping. But definitely because the fuel pump shut off, so we definitely got fuel pressure. Matter of fact, let's try something. Crank it over for a few seconds. Okay, good. Yeah, definitely we got fuel pressure. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is disconnect this. I gotta get a rag and put the camera down. And then we're gonna move on to the next step. Be right back. Alright guys, oh boy. We got spark and we got fuel. To check injector pulse, dang it. The fuel injectors are located up under the plenum, the intake. I ain't getting to that. You know what, guys, let's, since we got this coil and everything out of here, let's get this disconnected. And what I'm gonna do is pull out that spark plug. And we're gonna do, just out of curiosity, let's check compression. Alright, so let me get that spark plug out of there and get my compression tester, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, we got it. Check it out. We got the compression gauge hooked up. Tighten there. And here's our gauge. And when you do compression, what you gotta do is put your foot on the gas pedal all the way to the floor. That to allow as much air as possible into the engine so you can definitely get a good reading. And after we show the compression reading, I'm gonna briefly go into what does that mean. Why did that gauge go up? Alright, so let me go over here and crank the engine. And you gotta turn the engine over for a little while. See it? You hear that engine going like that? Alright, where we at?
I stayed at 0.
Oh. What does that mean, Sibby?
It means it doesn't have compression in that cylinder.
That's bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
We have our customer's daughter with us. She's very cute. Love to help out.
Yeah. She said that's bad.
Alright guys, let me briefly explain what's going on. I'm not going to really get technical about this, but if this coil right here represents the piston goes up and down into the cylinder. And you got 2 valves right here. Now a lot of cars have 4 valves or 3 valves or whatever. You got an intake and an exhaust. When that piston comes to the top, way at the top, both of those valves better be closed. If one of those valves are open and that piston comes up, it'll hit the valve and bend it. And so next time, it won't be no compression.
So it means there's a bent valve?
Bent valve, it could be a blown head gasket or something like that. Because what happens is when both valves are closed and that piston's coming up, that fuel and air mixture right there got nowhere to go. So this piston is really squeezing it. and it's pushing it out of the spark plug hole, which this gauge is connected to, and that's what makes our gauge go up. So if one of them are broken or burnt or whatever, for some reason that piston's coming up and something's open and it's not letting compression build up. So we need to find out why it has no compression. Now, a minute ago we had this open, but
There's no antifreeze.
wait a minute, yeah. You can see in there good?
Yeah.
I don't even see a drop. I don't even see it wet. Huh. All right, you know, another quick way.
What do you think happened?
I'm not an expert at that.
You're not an
She's
expert?
not an expert.
All I am is an expert at fixing toys. That's all I.
Fixing toys. She can fix toys. She's
Yeah.
an expert at that.
I'm sorry, we can't put her on camera, but she's the cutest thing.
Yeah.
You're only 6-year-old.
6
You're
years old?
6? Only 6 too.
6 years old. She's already fixing toys
All right, guys, we're gonna
and
do.
painting.
Let me see if I can see inside here. Sometimes you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that spring over there to the left?
Yes.
Let me see if I can.
Well, now we don't.
Maybe it's broken or something.
Yeah, something's broken. What do you think is broken?
Can you see that?
No, the flashlight. I can hold the flashlight.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me get the. Okay, there you go.
Where was it good lighting?
If you go over this side, you might have to hold it.
Okay, we can see it. Yeah, we can see it.
You can see it? All right, now I'm going to crank the engine, and you should be able to see that spring going up and down. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Wait. My flashlight moved. Is this thing on?
Tell you what, let me get another light. Guys, we'll be right back. All right, guys, we got our little stream light down there. You can see it better. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what's moving up and down?
No.
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 Maybe the string's like behind something.
Did y'all hear?
The string behind something, you said? Oh.
All right, we're gonna disconnect our our compression tester.
When people stop blinding my eyes. Ow!
She said the light
The
is
light
blinding her eyes.
her.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, guys, so what we got here is a messed up timing belt. Stripped out, broken one of them. Now, the timing belt is in the front of the engine. Here's one cover. Let me see. A light over here.
You could just use this tiny
Okay.
one.
You got one cover right here. Then you got one cover back here. And then one at the bottom. Now, on the timing belt, let me see if we can draw something here. If you got the bottom of the engine and the top of the engine, you got a camshaft over here, a camshaft over here, and a crankshaft right here. When the crankshaft starts turning, the camshaft's got to be turning. So there's a belt going all around it. So that belt is broke. So the crankshaft is turning, but the camshafts are not turning. So we got to do a time belt. Now what the problem is, hopefully this is not an interference engine, because if it's an interference engine, we go back to the valves. That means the valves is bent. That means this is not just replacing the belt. We got to sit here and pull both these heads off. It's like doing head gaskets.
So that valve bends every time? Every time the belt breaks?
Not if it's not an interference engine.
No, if it is an interference engine.
Now, the the jury's still out on that, because even though on some cars they say it's an interference engine, we have put the belt back on and that engine started right up. So you just don't know. The only thing we can do is pull the whole thing, the front of the engine apart, put the new belt on it. You don't have to put all the other belts and accessories on it. Just put it on enough where you can get it started. Crank the engine. If it starts up, then we know we know the valves are good. Then we can put the rest of the engine back together. If we crank it on and we got no compression, then we got to go ahead and take it all apart.
I see.
So we don't know. The only thing we know, we got to do that. So we'll be right back.
All right, so today we had a 2006 Honda Odyssey, and the issue was that the vehicle would not start. So we checked some things out. It turned out to be the timing belt. So you can use this video to show you, or to help you check some things out on your vehicle in case it doesn't start. So if you guys have any comments or questions, you can post it below in the comment section, or you can email Timmy at tim@astralautorepairs.com. Hope you paid attention. If not, watch it again. This is Sylvia from Astral Auto Repairs. If we can't repair it, nobody can. See you next time.